I was just looking, and the broker at the price of those broadcloth caps that I need for that quest in Enchanted Lands, and yeah, I'm not gonna pay that. So now I'm gonna use my Splitpaw teleportation shard to go on over to the Splitpaw bin, and then I think we'll head to check on those Steelhoof Marauders if I can finish that one up. That would be nice. And possibly to Running Eye after that. I'm thinking about it. We shall see. It depends kind of on what goes on, you know? If, first of all, I don't know what the next quest in the series is regarding the Steelhoof Marauders. There should be, I think, a couple more quests in that Farsi's requisition line, but I don't remember exactly what they are. So if it's something that I want to deal with right now, then I may go ahead and do that next. If it's not, then I may go ahead to Running Eye and see if I can get the straw, or the last straw quest, which is given out by the Scarecrow, whose name I cannot currently remember. Sir Tatters, that's the one. Sir Tatters in Enchanted Lands. Regardless, first and foremost, we're going to check on those Marauders and see what we've got there. The turn-in for this is going to be in the Nek Forest docks. And that taskmaster keeps falling underneath the docks, so I suspect to find him at the bottom of the ocean over there. Cool. Got the update. Amazing. So now on to Nek Forest docks to turn that in, if nothing else. Let's see, we may go to... I mean, it may make sense to go to the moments. Again, we'll see how it looks. I've had an interesting morning so far. A tweet went out on Twitter this morning. I guess I must have probably scheduled it to go off 1 year ago on this day, and accidentally put this year instead of last year, because it's regarding the fact that my father had died a month before, and that I had posthumously published one of his writings, and it was having a free book giveaway of his writing last year. And so anyway, I happened to be on Twitter when he posted this, and I said, whoa, that is not accurate.
Greetings.
And so I went ahead and said, you know what? I'll go ahead and make it free again for a few days and solve that whole issue. Unfortunately, with Amazon being the way that it is, you can't make it free instantly. You have to kind of have a day's warning. So I had to just make it where it would be free beginning tomorrow morning. And then I made a note on there letting everyone know that's what I ended up going with. You know, it's not the best situation, certainly, but I figured I had to do something and didn't want to disappoint people, so that was the solution I came up with. So, anybody else having all their broker items unmissed after server updates, says Assault. Not that I know of. I haven't checked to see if I'm listed or unlisted today. But I let him know that they will enlist themselves after a week of inactivity. Well, not just a week of inactivity, you actually have to log a character in, or else your items will enlist from the broker. So I let him know, and he says, that could be it. So hopefully I've solved his confusion now. Greg says, I don't understand what causes it, but I do frequently find items enlisted for no apparent reason. Yeah, I think that's typically what's happened. I mean, there can always be glitches and all that, but often it's easy to lose track of time. So I feel like that could be what has happened here. What's funny is I just made the assumption that the taskmaster would be under the water, and this time I don't think he is, so good times, good times. You'd think I would have actually checked, but nah. This person says, items unlist after 14 days of staying on the broker without buying or changing the price, and you can be online over there. If that's true, I'm unaware of it. Certainly it hasn't seemed to have happened to my things, but maybe, I'm not sure. Alright, Taskmaster does red. He says, well, you are resourceful indeed. I wasn't expecting you to return as fast as you did. This will definitely help. Here is your reward for assisting the Parsees Trading Company. Interested in more work? I say yes, I'm interested. I'll take my lovely Inquisitor hoop. He says we have a number of special contracts for Inquisitors who are efficient at what they do. Since you've proven yourself with the first acquisition, I'm willing to offer you more. Keep in mind, this requisition will involve traveling. I say, I'll do it. He says, take this list. Don't read too much into the details. That's not what we're paying you to do. All you need to do is fulfill the requisition and return to me when you're done. I'll be seeing you. I say, I'll be back when I have all of this. Shallows fish of the Thundering Steppes, 12 shiny stones from the ore in Nek Forest, and 6 medallions from the Gul'thex mystics in Nek Forest. Well, we do love those, don't we? Well, now, that's quite a shame. It's too bad I wasn't on that quest at the same time, but you can't be. That's just not nice at all. And it has definitely solidified my plans to not do that right now. And instead, hop on over toward running on. At some point in the future, they add horses to this area that can travel you significantly faster between these points. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not really sure, honestly. But it is a thing that occurs. Let's see here, what else we might have. Okay, so the only other quest we have in this area is kill 15 twisted notes. This one here is making or buying a tailored broadcloth cloth cap. Being a jeweler, you cannot make a tailored broadcloth cap. Could buy one, but they were a little more than I was interested in spending. And an item that would not really benefit me all that much. So I did not purchase it, and I can't update that quest until I do. So maybe sometime. Now, there are some static shinies up here, but I'm pretty sure that I got them all. I'm not 100% sure. I think I even checked this, perhaps, recently. Honor LKZ, page 11. Let's see here. Let's try that again. Alright. This is interesting. They are sorted by name. Make sure it's not default. It might be. This isn't. How about Enchanted Lands? No, maybe I don't have it. It's a possibility. Well, we'll look again sometime. Not right now. Right now. Okay. There's a quest over here with janitor's over. Maybe I should get that. Maybe I should start on the quest sometime. Possibly. There's a quest tree dude around the corner here. Yeah, I'm so behind on everything.
Snorgle roots and roots! Snorgle no sleep in mud pit! He doesn't! No more whip for Snuggle! You know Gobbler. You friend of Gobbler's or you slave too? Then maybe you my friend!
Why would I want to be a friend?
If you Snorgle's friend, then Snorgle help you. Yes, Snorgle help you out like good friend. Friends help each other. Friends do things like not hitting with the whip. So, is you Snorgle's friend?
I guess it wouldn't hurt to be a friend.
Good! Then you is friend of Snorgle. You are only friend of Snorgle. Now, since you good friend, you help Snorgle, right? Just like Snorgle help you. Yes, yes, yes. Snorgle wants to sleep in the muddy clay, but the clay doesn't like Snorgle. You make the mud clay no longer all moving and moving. Mud clay should stay put. You help your friend Snorgle.
I'll do it, but I expect some help in return, Smelly. Alright, give me just a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm out. Well, let's get this quest from Janitor Zolbuk.
Stand there. Zolbuk just mop here. More filthy feet. More work for Zolbuk.
Won't move from this spot.
Mud on floor. Slime on walls. Spit on ceiling. Dugout tables. Zolbuk work never ends.
It sounds as though you're kept pretty busy around here.
Eye filthy. Sloppy goblins. Drippy eyes. Smelly pigs. Bazafak looks at Zolbuk. Bazafak tells Zolbuk to clean. Why Zolbuk? Zolbuk not make mess?
That sounds unfair.
Not fair. Not fair. Zolbuk work hard.
Those who create a mess should be the ones to clean it up.
Yes? Yes? Goblins mop floors. I scrub walls. You go make them work. Beat them. Make them work. Smash them if not work.
Anything to help you out.
Go beat goblins. Go smoosh eyes. Zolbuk sleep.
I'll be back soon. Alright, now. And there are some quests that'll be up here. See, that's in the, on the map. And again, this is using infantry maps, that you can see that kind of thing. That is what you do. I was thinking that's where you do the crafting, but it's this over here that you do the crafting. Alright, you find a large bin filled with coal. Then dig through the coal. Digging through the coal, you find that the coal isn't the only thing heating the forge fires for the eye. One by one, you uncover the corpses of several sea mist fairies, covered from head to toe in soot. The Renii miners can't be allowed to get away with this. I will slay them. Alright, let's see what else we've got. Don't know about this. It shows there being a quest here, but don't see one. I don't know where it would be. Put it here. I'm not sure that it's accurate. So let's see what else we've got here. We've got Dead Man's One. Let's also see how many spaces. I have 5 more spaces in my journal. I don't want to take too many more right now, because I want to have a little bit of room left in my dad's, or in my journal rather, for other places. But you never know with me, I might. Let's examine the brittle note. I leave this note to forewarn others, so they needn't suffer my fate. The rumors of supplementary exits from this dungeon were not exaggerated, for indeed I have witnessed them with my own 2 eyes. Maybe I should dissect some of the eyes. Now let's talk to Durisia.
What? Oh, bother. Another lurker walking to his demise. When will your kind stop being so curious?
Shouldn't fairies be frolicking in flowers?
For your information, lurker, I'm another fairy. We're quite at home in the darker world.
But this place is dangerous.
Not dangerous enough to keep me from the treasures of this junkyard. Little gems are buried throughout this place of refuse. Even treasures great enough for your kind.
Tell me about the great treasures, please.
Lead all you want. It will not unlock my secrets. But if you do me a bit of a favor, I can direct you to a stack of knowledge within this place. A stack of knowledge that will guide you to your riches.
I will do whatever it takes.
Now, see here. I'd do this myself if I wasn't so small. But I am. So you must go. Go where I cannot. You'll find what I desire beyond the muddy chamber. Bring them to me, and I shall share my secrets.
Okay, I will get your items. Okay. Got another one over here. Shackle on the right. This one right here. If you look over here in the chat window, it says you feel an extremely sharp pain pierce through your head, causing you to scream. A moment later, if you can press better. It's the Goblin clouds. Starts with this one right here. They're not particularly easy to see to me. Because they, I don't know, they kind of blend in somehow. This does not seem to be one I can go as far as this. It should be this little wagon hump. But it's not lighting up, so I'm not sure why that is. Maybe someone has recently gotten it. I already have it in here. It's the Evil Armor Legend. And now we're running into things that can see us. I'm surprised, honestly, that those eyes can't sit through in this. Hey, Quad, happy evening to you as well. Don't think I'm going to be able to get this without being seen, but maybe. Nah, I don't think there's much chance of it. But I was. Nice. You find a large bucket with 2 spears jutting out of it. You're gonna look in the bucket. At the bottom of the bucket, you see that the handles of the spears are submerged in several inches of blood. These weapons must have been used recently in some campaign against the halflings, the fairies, and the Enchanted Lands. You decide to slay the poor-horned pitmasters who wield such weapons before they grow to be more dangerous than they already are. You will slay them. Alright, 15 Goblin pitmasters. Now only have one. One more quest, so probably I should need continue getting that one. And also, don't want to risk, well, it's not even a risk, it's pretty much a guarantee I would be very much attacked immediately by those guys there if I would try to get that shiny. It's a shame, but Quad says, Choppy Signal, driving back home from San Antonio. Passenger right now. That's good. I'm glad to hear that you're a passenger while texting. It's a good thing. Now here should be the puddle of gonna go to do it. This appears to be a small puddle of gunk below a long dead evil eye. The goblins have strung it up by the tentacles and have let it dry of some arcane liquid. I'll stick my hand in the puddle of gunk. You jam your hand into the viscous liquid and feel about, finally touching some sort of stringy and spongy-like cords. You claim the optic nerve strands. Remove your hand from the gunk. Alright. Well, that updated this one, I think. So, other than the goblin flags, which go a good ways in, everything else is things to kill things. Quests to kill things. Actually, the Sir Tatter's quest should also be here. We have there another goblin flag. Let's see, I'll look at right there. So, that pretty much covers that. I don't think there's any more in there than we got earlier, but I can check. Maybe there is. No. We already had that one. Maybe this one? Alright, great, there was one. It's great, it's in slightly better condition than most of the junk scattered around this room. But we're going to leave that right alone. I don't know. Doing Repington mode in and out. suppose I can kill some of these goblins here for the repeatable gun. Really ought to find larger groups of them because you can kill larger groups more quickly than you can individuals. And with this quest, it doesn't actually matter which ones I kill. It just has to be goblins. Looks like I got an ad starting in 56 seconds. And there's the question. We don't talk about it. That's unfortunate. Looks like I ought to grab some more power gen and headers and all of the tokens in the world. Low on tokens. Speed potion. So I'll get up this way and see if I can find some more hordes of goblins instead of just 1 or 2. Next group. That's too bad. We're trading. Alright, looks like I only need 2 more. So how were things in San Antonio, Quad? Ah, I see you have an advert right now. goblins have been rooting me, which is just absolutely miserable for this guy. I could cure it, because I do have some cure potions. But I haven't bothered to because it's almost like a waste of a potion. Considering I don't really need to use it, they're not cheap. Don't need the Goblin territory marker. That is a language quest item. I already have the language, so no need for that. We do need to head back over to the janitor and get the update gathered. There he is.
No more map! No more scrap! You help Zolbak! Tell Zolbak you want clean more runny eye!
I'm glad I could help. Now we talk to him again.
Zolbak, slip and go! Our goblin's mad! Zolbak, wipe here! Zolbak, scrap there!
It'll work since never end.
No more goblin grease! No more pig dung! Bears attack! These runny eye clean! Now Zolbak mop ooze from eyes! Slimy drippy ooze from slimy drippy eyes!
There must be some way to reduce your responsibilities.
Zolbak thinks harder! Smooshed eyes don't ooze slime! Smooshed eyes don't drip go! You help Zolbak clean, runny eye!
I will slay the foul monsters.
You splat and mash!
Yes, I will fulfill your request. What I was going to do anyway. Yoga. Say 5 Octopus Witch Doctors. Alright. Now, room for one more quest. I have here in my bags probable quest starters. You also have this that I need to put inside a house. But let us read it. One of the Enchanted Lands, Alfrezi, 2nd edition. This book appears to be some type of bestiary guide to the native fauna of the Enchanted Lands. Lasher. The native lasher of the Enchanted Lands is a rather dangerous creature that is best avoided. Possessing a nasty disposition, it does not take much to cause it to act. Unlike a typical rodent, the lasher will not run if approached, but rather it will engage its attacker at once with a violent fury. Though it is a natural assumption to keep away from its scorpion-like tail, this is not where the true threat lies. The lasher will try to bite its victim, hoping to infect it with its disease-ridden teeth. Keeping rotting meat in between the gums of teeth, the lasher's mouth is more poisonous than its tail could ever be. Salt snappers. Salt snapper is a rather unassuming creature looking like nothing more than a turtle. Walking with a slow gait, it is easy to assume that it is an easy choice for that day's meal. It doesn't take long before a lazy predator soon comes across the turtle's hidden defenses. Rather than hide within its shell, as most other turtles would, the salt snapper lashes out with its venomous fangs. Containing a very deadly poison within its teeth, it will attempt to render its victim incapacitated before feasting on its food of choice, still beating heart. Seed of Darkness. Not much is known about this odd creature. Floating in the air, yet not possessing any noticeable wings, the Seed of Darkness travels the Enchanted Lands unmolested. Its diet is as much a mystery as its species as well. It seems to feed on animals of all types through some means of osmosis. Emitting an oddly colored light that is reminiscent of the color of dried blood, the Seed of Darkness will coat its victims in that luminescence. A few moments later, the food will then drop to the ground, looking emaciated and possibly even older than a few moments before. Whatever it is that the seed feeds off of, it is never enough, for it is always in search for more sustenance. Void bats. At the very end of the average bat, the void trillers and shriekers get their names from the loud, ear-splitting howl they emit in order to stun their victims. Not necessarily heard with the ears, it is regularly argued that the sound is heard within the person's head. The sound of its wail is usually followed by a flock descending upon their chosen victims. Being knocked unconscious is only the beginning, however. It is reported that the wailing will build in crescendo until it reaches dangerous levels. The magnitude of the sound is enough to cause the victim's head to explode, allowing the shriekers and shrillers to feed without any disturbance. Wasps. As is seen elsewhere in the world, the lancer wasps grow to an alarming size. Though it is good advice to stay away from wasps of any size, it is especially important to stay away from the ones that roam the Enchanted Lands. It's not a rare sight to see corpses of animals with large stingers jutting from their bodies. Were it not enough that the lancer variety of wasp is notorious for its suicidal attacks on people, the impaler wasp is even more vicious. When attacking, it seems to know where to strike, aiming straight for a major blood vessel on a body. The stinger will then elongate, following the vein straight into the heart. It doesn't take longer than 2 or 3 seconds for the victim to, at that point, fall over dead. Alright, so there you go. That was one of the Enchanted Lands L2Z. See if we have any other items that may start a quest. We have the Nightblood, for sure, already, and this is another one we can put in our home. I'll read it real quick. The Nightblood by Trini Melusius. Wait, we already read this one. It's okay, I'll read it again real quick. My teacher told me to write a research paper about Nightbloods, as if I've ever seen one. Anyway, this is my research into the Nightblood. Some of my students are less inclined to take their research seriously. What follows is an example of the most poorly written report I have ever seen in my years as an instructor. Miss Melosius is not only a half-elf, but evidently a half-wit. Please consider this more of a paper on how not to write an in-depth study. Nightbloods are really very fortunate and misunderstood. A lot of people think they're manifestations of evil and get very scared thinking about them, but I like to think of your average Nightblood as a big overgrown bull. That kind of breathes flames, but not really. There, doesn't that make you think of them differently already? Well, alright, maybe that was a bit much. Nightbloods are pretty creepy. And they aren't from our world at all, so that makes them doubly creepy. It's as if somewhere there's just something that we can't see, but the Nightbloods can, and they're taking advantage of this to travel around. If that doesn't give you the creeps, I don't know what will. The first confirmed sighting of the Nightblood was only about 50 or 300 years ago or so, give or take. These paladins were locked in battle with some kind of elemental when suddenly, poof! Right out of the air came these big, broad-shouldered beasts with horns curving around the tops of their heads. It must have been a pretty scary sight. Anyway, so one paladin turns to one of the others and says, "Lo, run to Lord Vale and tell him of this foul beast we have awoken from its foul sleep." I guess they talked like that a lot back then. The other paladins didn't want to run. They wanted to stay and fight. They could feel what the only survivor later said was something like waves of heat and evil from this creature. These paladins had with them a squire, or a knight, or something else, and so they told him to get away and tell Lord Vale while they stayed to fight this thing. So the squire or whatever took off running. He stopped at the top of a hill, or the end of a bridge, depending on where you've heard the story, only to see the beast totally wipe out the paladins with a pretty awesome incantation. The squire ran and ran back to Kinos and did not stop till he got to tell his story directly to Lord Vale. In fact, this kind of long-distance run turned into a big annual event across Corona to commemorate this event, so that means this had to have happened a very long time ago. Anyway, Lord Vale sent out 50 of his bravest warriors who found the beast and slew it before it could regain its strength and cast any more spells. If you ask me, that's putting a lot of weight to that one story, but that's what I learned as the origin of the Nightblood. Only it's not really about the Nightblood, is it? Let me see, I'm sure there's more. Oh, did I mention it's evil? Since that first Nightblood, however, many years ago, there have certainly been a lot more of them in Morath. No one knows if this is because of all the unrest after the shattering that made more of these hidden paths that the Nightbloods travel through, or if there is something else that's stirring them up. These things apparently aren't afraid of anything and would attack whatever they find in their way. If you are unfortunate enough to get close to one, listen to its voice. It has a really odd way of speaking, almost as though it doesn't know how to talk at all. Now, that means to me that it's stupid, but my teacher says that it means instead that we simply do not know what language it is using. Whatever. In any case, some of these things do learn to speak properly and carry on a good conversation before they rip the person they're speaking with to shreds. So that's all there is to know about Nightbloods. I guess the main thing to remember is you don't want to meet up with one. If you see one, don't stop to talk with it. Run. The end. Teacher's note. Trini, come see me immediately about this paper. Alright. It seems that we have quite a few things that are ready to be placed in the house, because this is another one. What have we here? The Storm Shepherds, Grunius Hazengrave. The Storm Shepherds, Grunius Hazengrave, 2nd edition. This book is from the Storm Shepherds series. It is the story of a man raised on the streets of Freeport, his rise to notoriety, and his quest for atonement. The time period after the Rending was filled with stories of tragedy, hardship, and the struggle to survive. During this era, many people would make names for themselves through either acts of cruel villainy or courageous sacrifice. Some, however, would fade into obscurity, never to have their tales told in a bard's song. This is the story of one of those forgotten heroes, Grimius Hazengrave. Grimius Hazengrave was born the son of a simple bandage merchant in the city of Freeport. When he was only a boy of 7 years, he witnessed an exchange between his father and a member of the Freeport militia. He watched as the militiaman insisted that his father needed to pay more protection money. When his father insisted that he didn't have any more money, the militiaman ran a sword through him and left his corpse for the Rotanga to loot. Not having any other family, Grimius nearly starved on the streets. He was taken in by a Rotanga who taught him how to pick people's pockets as they passed by. Grimius was forced to give his guardian all of the coin he earned in exchange for a place to sleep at night. 10 years would go by with Grimius forced to steal for food, while the Rotanga did nothing and became rich. The day he turned 17, Grimius walked into the sleeping Rotanga's room and slid a dagger into his throat. The next morning, he enlisted in the militia. While he was training to be a member of the city's law enforcement, he received constant praise for his dedication to the job. The most praise would come from his drill instructor and took Grimius under his wing. On the final training day, the soldier with the best scores would be made into an officer, and the one with the worst would be lowered into a pit of hungry rabid hyenas. As the ceremony began, Grimius was made into an officer, and an unfortunate ogre was chosen to feed the hyenas. As the drill commander put all of his weight into the lever holding the victim suspended over the pit, something unexpected happened. Instead of pushing the lever, he stumbled over it and clumsily fell over into the pit, just barely catching the lip with one hand. Someone had greased the lever. The commander screamed for Grimius to help him up. Officer Grimius walked over to the pit, looked down, and said, "You killed my father 10 years ago," and then crushed the commander's fingers with his foot. Grimius stayed until the commander finally stopped screaming. Grimius would become notorious throughout Freeport for his merciless enforcement of the law. If a merchant tried to bluff his way out of protection payment, Grimius would kill them. If a soldier forgot to salute the image of the overlord whenever they passed one, Grimius would kill them. If a citizen walked within the city without proper papers, he would kill them. This would continue until the day that he tortured and killed some worshippers of a long-forgotten god, Piranha. For the next several weeks, he would wake up screaming from horrible nightmares. He would dream of a wizened old man who stood in the center of a massive rainstorm. The winds would begin to tear Grimius apart until he would plead for the man to stop the rains. When the rain stopped, Grimius could see a broken crystal sphere that floated above a pool of darkness that was slowly seeping into the ground. All around him, endless trees would turn black and the darkness would spread, moving toward the ocean. Eventually, the darkness would surround him and finally eat his soul. Grimius finally realized that the dreams were a vision. Not only did the darkness represent what he had become, but within them were a clue on how he could atone for all his past crimes. He began searching through the Nek Forest for answers, but found nothing to give him insight on how he could clean the taint on his soul. Then he remembered the pirates' stories of countless islands out within the ocean. He knew what he had to do. Grimius began constructing a sailing vessel from the trees in the Nek Forest. He spent the next year trying to build a boat to take him to the island that he saw in his vision. Having left Freeport, he was now an outlaw, and he'd be killed on sight, or else he would have just stolen a boat from the harbor. During the construction, he had much time to contemplate on what he could change his life around, but could never come about to a clear answer. When he finally completed the boat, he sailed off into the nearest globe. His plan was to sail upon the turbulent ocean, stopping at island after island until he finally found the one in his dream. He spent many months searching island after island. On one desert isle he found to be inhabited by nothing more than numerous cyclopses. He stopped to refresh his water supplies. As he carefully looked for water, wanting not to disturb the natives, he came across an interesting sight. A cyclops was about to kill what appeared to be a high elf, sharing the same physical traits as many of his countless victims. Believing this to be his chance to atone for his past sins, he came up behind the cyclops and slew it before it could kill the elf. Not feeling the expected sense of absolution, Gremius looked at the elf and prepared to kill him in anger. Seeing the helpless person in front of him caused Gremius to remember the heinous actions he performed upon the worshippers in Freeport. For the first time since the day he saw his father killed, Gremius felt a long-forgotten emotion. Pity. And that is the end of that one. Alright, well I know I'm doing Adventures of Jorbil and Mappy right now, so I don't need that. Even more Adventures of Jorbil and Mappy, am I doing that? I don't know. Don't know. I might be. Looks like I'm not currently, but I may want to continue to hold off on it. I think I'm already doing this one, so I think I'm going to pause on more of these for now, because I've got a few of them that I need to stick in my house at this very time. Probably I should go do that, and while I'm there in town I can pick up some totems. Oh, thank you Jibba Jabba for your contribution. We must be getting very close on that by now. Let's see where we're at. Oh man, 61% in. It's pretty good. Well over halfway. Alright. Enter this house and throw those books down. Then I'll pop out and go to the guild house and pick up some totems. I mean, you'll see that so far my decor in my house is fairly limited. Actually, I think I may have some more in my house. Well, I do have some things. Now this is just part of the Lightstone quest. I don't think any of these things go in my house. No, those ones don't, but this will. I don't really have any rhyme or reason to any of this. I do have a myriad of boar's heads, however. There we go. Isn't that lovely? Alright, now. It's the Evil Eye Museums, and then we've got another storm trip. So, you know, I don't know if I've heard either of those two guys. Let's go ahead real quick and do that then. Evil Eye Musings by Trent Burkhart, being the remembrances and information gleaned during an undercover observation with the goblins of Running, edited heavily by Honeyline. Some of this data was culled from the rambling notes of former anthropologist Trent Burkhart. Master Burkhart suffered an unfortunate accident at the instigation of the Running goblins' evil eye slaves. Historical data. Evil eyes have been known to exist since the most ancient of times. Grandmothers often admonished their charges to beware lest the evil eye gets you. From fanciful tales to reality, the evil eyes have gone from master to slave in a relatively short span of time. Evil eyes are immense floating eyes with no visible means of hearing or communication. They are often found hovering several feet above the ground, trailing membranes and occasionally dripping a sticky substance. The eyes are held within a claw-like maw, which disgorges the eyeball upon being slain. Evil eye communication has always been a fascinating mystery. At first, it was thought that the membranes were some form of antennae, through which the eyes could speak to others in range. While it is still possible, more recent observations lean toward the evil eye's use of telepathy rather than any verbal or vibration communication. As they have no physical extremities, it is obvious that the evil eye will use its mental abilities to defend itself and to provide an offensive function. Evil eyes are skilled spellcasters that can also use mind manipulation on weaker beings. This skill enabled evil eyes to dominate the goblins of Eye in ages past. Currently, however, the tables appear to be turned, and the goblins have mastered the evil eyes in their area. The battle tactic of the evil eye is obvious and simple. It summons a physical manifestation to handle direct attacks while simultaneously striking out with its powerful spell arsenal. As a highly intelligent being, the evil eye will flee a battle it is clearly losing. Due to its lack of physical substance, however, it is possible to chase after it in its weakened state to slay. As an evil eye's knowledge increases, so does its size. The stronger a magic user the evil eye is, the larger it will be. This enables opponents to literally size up their foe before actually engaging it in combat. This is not an absolute rule, however, so care must be taken with any undersized evil eye. Better to be safe than sorry. A word about evil eye communication. Because the evil eye relies on telepathy, it is possible, although certainly not confirmed, that one could attempt to manipulate an evil eye for one's own benefit. I have not attempted such, and know of no one who has, or if they have, that have lived to tell the tale. Therefore, one should consider this as only a fable, and should not try this in combat. In battle, approach the evil eye with extreme caution. It may not be able to hear you approach, making flanking moves a possible strategy. Once it senses your presence, however, it will start a magical barrage that is relentless. Given their extreme intelligence and magical capability, one wonders how the slovenly, lazy goblins of Eye managed to get the upper hand of the evil eyes. Is it possible that physical presence wins over the ability to control minds and cast potent spells? I hope this information provides you with enough basic information about evil eyes that you will be able to learn more about them on your own. Be cautious, be aware, and be aggressive, and you will soon know more about the evil eye than your grandmother. Alright, there we go. Also have this one, the Storm Shepherd's the Calm. We'll place that down over as well. That might be all that I have in the old bags in the house for it to put down right now. So, alright, excellent. Onward. Jibba Jabba says we're getting there. Yep, sure are. Making headway. Oh yes, almost ran off, but no. To go to the guild house and grab some totems, right? I think so. Actually, I think I need more food and drink as well. So I remember, yeah, I had asked Yerbrum if he had any, he did not. And so, food and drink it is. Get that first. I do have a good bit of drink, but I will take some more. Now for food. That's not gonna last me a long time, but I will use it for now. And I can also grab some of this for when that's gone. It's not my level. It's not great, but it is better than nothing. Sometimes better than nothing is the best you can hope for. So, throw some... You know what, I've got an goblin here too, so I'll just toss that. Alright, and a few harvests. There we are. That looks better. Now, totems. And some totems with a wolf as well. And now our bags are suffering. But that's okay. I'd rather have the totems than not. Okay, is there anything else I need to do while I'm in town? That's the real question. I have a good number of status point items. I don't know that I need to go turn them in right now, though. I'm not sure I have enough to be worth that. Could go do this stuff, I suppose. I guess I may as well. But let's see if I need to do anything else here first. Again, while I'm in the city. Oh, apparently I need to do more in Revelation. I didn't even realize that. I had completely forgotten about that. And of course, then there's pretty much need to rest. I hadn't made any attempt to do that either. Okay, well that's something I'll consider. But right now, I think I will go ahead and use the... Oh, I've got 2 more minutes on that. So, while I wait, I'll get something else done. Because I can't call the Splitpaw den yet. So, let's see here. I don't think I need to mend. I think I already did mend. Let's see if I need to sell anything.
Where did I put that ledger? It must be around
I
here
do.
somewhere.
One thing that would be cool would be if we could put controller and select multiple items in a window like this, but you can't. I can, however, throw this Jocelyn document quickly. Well.
Please tell me you're not trying to get a loan with livestock collateral.
And I should be able to just kind of find where all that is. See that please make this just logged back in. Because I've been tossing my status point items into the bank. There's some of them. So I'll just do like this and switch them out so that we can have them all together. Now I can see if it'd be worthwhile for me to run and try anything in anytime soon. You know, it looks to me as though I could do it, but I don't really have enough of anything to care very much, I don't think. It keep over a little bit, but anyway. However, that being said, I am 473,000 status points. I need about 20,000 more to be able to get another crafting table for the guild house. So, temptation was somewhat there. It just wouldn't be enough to matter. It would bring it up some, but not enough. I was helping Prisoner yesterday with his Return of the Light quest line. So I figured I'd check in on him and see how he's doing well. Could go do the solo arena quest and get another dreadnought. head from your house. But just line all the walls with those suckers, I suppose. That is a good thought. I wonder if you could build something like a little dreadnought hot head Christmas tree if I had enough of those. May have to find out. Yeah, I think you could have fun with that. You could have like a happy hoggy soon. Have a table set with let's see, what is there currently on Origins that you could have as far as feasty decorations? I'm really not sure. I don't have a carpenter and I haven't looked into any of the furniture available. It could be interesting. Alright, let's talk to Slytail over here.
Welcome to the pit. Are you prepared to face our champions?
I'm ready to fight.
Here are the rules. The last person standing wins.
Okay.
If you win the match, you may take your winnings and leave. Or continue forward and risk losing it all.
Go on.
The more you risk in the pit, the more you stand to gain. Are you ready for your first challenge?
I was born ready.
Your first challenger is usually used as a training pet for Splitpaw children. See how you fare against this. Well done! It seems that you're worthy of fighting in the pit!
I'd like to continue fighting.
Your next challenger has been starved for several days, which should make for an exciting fight. Battle on! You continue to surprise us! Congratulations!
I'm ready for my next match.
A favorite among the fans, we bring you the Scourge of Splitpaw! Yellowtooth!
The Scourge of Splitpaw, he says, but then he comes out and he's full Yellowtooth, and we'll find out in a moment. Well, we'll see.
Congratulations on defeating the aged Yellowtooth! Now that you've proved you can defeat our enfeebled elders, you can take on more difficult challenges!
I'd like to continue fighting.
Test your strength and resolve against this!
Yet another bigger fight.
Well done! I never expected that strategy. On to the next challenger!
Let's fight.
Your next opponent has been trained from birth to destroy newcomers in the pit. Prepare for battle! You handled yourself well in there. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Of course I am.
Known to crush rock with his bare paws, our next opponent has the strength of 10 gnolls. We bring you Fossum Stonebend! Excellent! You defeated Fossum, and prove you're worthy of our next challenger!
Get a little bit of rest for Jenny. Gotta try to see if we can fill up kind of. And then bring him up.
In our next epic challenge, you'll face off against the duo known as Splitpaw's Hope. Ready? Fight!
Alright, so I'm going to mess the path with and run long stop. I think I have all this phone number. Thought I would make sure. Definitely do.
You truly shined during that last battle. Well done!
I'm ready for the next fight.
Nothing you've battled thus far can prepare you for this challenge. Good luck! Fight!
This is a blue button. I'm not going to mash and do a region with the phone. And then kill the turtle. Then kill the disillusioned gnome. See what's going on back there. With a whole pit blood fight happening.
Amazing! Can you be stopped? We shall see!
Send out the champion.
Our next opponent requires no introduction. Bring out the pit champion!
In the background, pit guard just killed a pit guard, and then another pit guard just killed another pit guard. The third one. My goodness. Maybe reigns supreme now. But not interrupt him in time to prevent infiltration from going on.
You defeated our champion! You're the true pit master!
In that case, I would like my prize so I can leave this place. Then, they give us this tricky mimicking status to leave. And that one drops our real prize, which we have a, this is a quick Zagging thing. I don't honestly know what I've been doing with mine, but anyway, unless we will take that. This I can't have, because I already have it. And it won't let me do it again, because it's new. So there we are, folks. Another, fight with the arena. Alright, now back out into the funny little steps. So, I'm thinking, we already got the marauders, but we need the shallows fish and some of them steps. Shallows fish. What? Maybe there are some over there. Craters fish. Good. Technically not shallows, I suppose. We gotta go and chat. The ocean. Different kinds of fish in different places sometimes. Ah, yes. Yes, we were. Doesn't look like I need too many. I think it said 12. I mean, it's probably 12 updates, but not necessarily. Maybe just 12 coding. Okay, so all 4 of those counted. That's a good sign. If it's a random, if it's like a triggered update, then RNG thing, then it's pretty fast when it is. Let's try popping on. Well, I better save that real quick. Then I pop on that into water there so that I can use this Baggy's earring and then use that. That'll just make things a lot easier as far as being able to swim around underwater without having to worry about anything really. It's much easier when you can breathe underwater. And these are heroics, but I'm not too worried about them at level 21. Maybe I should be, who knows, but I don't feel like it. These true AoEs can only hit up to 8 targets at once, just to let you know in case you wondered. If you look on the spell itself, it'll tell you max AoE targets, and it's gonna be 8. For some reason I was thinking it was 12 fish, but in fact it's 32 fish. Quite a difference, really. Still, it won't take very long because there are quite a few of them and it's giving me an employment date, so. So now I only have 12 left. Oh, there they are. Yeah, I see. I don't know that they're exactly in shallows, but they're in the shallow part, you know. It doesn't make any sense. I'm in the afternoon. My son's comics and cards game shop at the moment. And I'm hearing from the merchant store all kinds of conversation. I have no idea what's going on. It sounds interesting. Okay, let's look at the fall of those guys. And so, now Nek Forest is the next step behind that. I'll show you speak for survey a minute from the south. What if I'm just escaped and then I could head over to Nek Forest, install a military station thing. You stop at the mender and check, because you should just basically always check at the mender. Passing by a mender, check and see if the mender has any mending they can do for you. And 12 shiny stones from ore and 6 medallions from the Gul'thex mystics. The Gul'thex mystics only spawned by the Gul'thex Citadel. I'm just hopeful that these rare ones that are wanted are going to be a one-for-one update instead of a random update. But we'll see. So I'm gonna fly over to where the path branches. She's right up here. I'm gonna jump there. Looks like Cruz is up to level 21, so he is moving right along. I think Claw is taking a break right now. Yes, he is. Dawn, he looked in very deep. Cruz says his videos are as common as CPUs are obstructed in placeholders. Which means that I'd probably better go that way. Check on the Gul'thex mystics real quick. And try to kill whatever there is of those out and about over here. But there's no sense in me trying to spawn more because it seems as though I'm going to be going over there. He's currently in Antonica. It really won't take him too long because he's probably going to go to the spires, ideally, and just teleport pretty well straight over there. May take him a little while because he doesn't have any kind of speed stuff. Let me see. Definitely ought to grab some if he doesn't have enough. So I think he can use him at this level. Yes. They may also be planting mystics, which could be one of those only to come out here that was up. Alright. I'm running right to the group website and running to this random off a bit. No totem yet, he says. Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, how you doing?
Doing well. I want to jump into Nek Forest, I think, which I sometimes remember the existence of.
Okay, I'll switch over.
Alright, there you are. So, have you not been into the guild house then?
No,
Well, you may want to stop in there. We've got all kinds of depots in there and also some crafting tables. There are a good number of spirit totem of the wolves that Garrigan put in there. And you should have access to everything, so it's
okay.
for Garro's house.
I just have to find it.
Yeah, it's in the Willow Wood. I didn't realize you didn't know about it. Yeah, you should be able to get some food and drink, totems of all kinds and all that. Probably some spellbooks too.
I took a couple backpacks out.
Right, yeah, that was out of the guild bank, right?
Yeah,
Should be some harvesting tools in the guild bank as well. I have some extra totems in my bags right now. I can feed you too. Alright, now, I know that Cruise Night is on the step of the Return of the Light and you have to carry Ogok and do Gare. It's Gare. So I may as well head over there and see what's left there. However, I also note that I have this update over there for sure very minute. may as well grab that while it's down here. I was looking at AA earlier, considering going out of the intelligent side. Certainly the fame death comes in handy pretty often. I would switch I don't know, I was thinking about going straight from wisdom. But the trouble with going wisdom is pretty much have to go to rent strength and wisdom. You'd have to have pretty much a sword in one hand and nothing in the other. The principle of that seems wrong. It's counterintuitive. I don't know. I'd have to look at the, I'd want to check it on ACT actually and see how that looks. Alright, here's Surveyor Mule.
Well met.
He says, yes, you're asking a question to be answered. I say, I'm wondering if you have time to show me around one of the mines. He says, a tour? I'm afraid that I cannot. You might check directly with one of the miners. Yes, that is the best thing for you to do. Perhaps Roxo can get to. He knows all the miners. Yes, ask Roxo. He is usually
Mounts
at the mines.
seem more
steps.
expensive now.
What does?
Horses and stuff.
Oh, mounts. No, yeah, they've always been pretty expensive. I'll look for Roxo. Thanks. He's one of the little local, like over the, close to the Grumbler players in Thundering Steps.
Just waiting for the spire to activate.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, I won't be around tomorrow. I got my infusion day tomorrow.
Boy.
I know I got to be there for 7:30 in the morning, and it's a 2-hour ride to get there. And it's supposed to be rainy, and temperatures are supposed to be down in the low 30s, so it could be icy too.
And hopefully not.
Hopefully not. I know. I hate driving in the rain. Never mind freezing rain.
Right? Well, and maybe it won't be raining too long. Like maybe you'll hit an area where it's no longer raining where you're going.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hope springs eternal.
I do have an out if I want to, but it costs me money. my friend, she drives for Uber, and
Right.
she'll go off the clock and drive me, but I still give her money for gas, so
Right.
And I already gassed up my car today, so
You're prepared.
yeah. I'm just gonna bite the bullet and go.
Yeah. Hold off is up.
Still waiting on the spire.
I understand. Yeah, I know there's only so much you can do. I'm gonna go check on Ted. Ad starts in 57 seconds. So let's really go. So I'm going to go ahead and clear him.
Teleportation in 10 seconds. Yay.
Nice.
Wait, that wasn't 10 seconds already. I want to go back. Alright, Cruz is here. Making his way over. I'll clear out a little bit of the ideal stuff. Here. There. Suppose I should go probably and see the move, except that I just got see immediate mode progress. So that's what it's probably a bit too late. But I can go where these out, that'll be my bit there. It shouldn't be much. Oh, I see what he's got his sprint on. That's for me. Thought I'd come pick you up. Yes. I'm gonna get some orcs and stuff I need. I don't really care because it's just going to run on before we get there. Also, need to use some
Spread the little princess. Should have done that already. Forgot to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Doubt that I need this, but maybe. Let's see here. Which one is it? It was FG096.
Go wait at the other spot.
Sure, I cleared them, so it's possible they're back up by now. It was FG016. Don't see that on there. So, oh, there it is, right down there. Yeah, no interest. I've already done it. I don't really have any reason to do it again when the journal is as full as it is. If something I hadn't done before, that would be entirely different. Yeah, 94.2% into the level. And I believe
Nobody yet.
that I'm level 46. Yes, no. So almost to level 47.
Rig again.
Sounds about right. Ruin Cave 077. Got that one before. Now we could go wait. We'll start clearing for the high priest because that'll be next, and then come back. Wasn't far enough over there when we first clicked it.
Where are we going to?
Oh, I'm going to go kill the placeholders for the high priest. Start him spawning while you wait on that. Because that should be what you need after you kill if you kill Gare. Actually, he's up. He's already up. So we better head back over and hope Gare pops soon.
Okay.
Drop noise up if anything. Photo is up. I think it was an interesting choice to make the placeholders for Ogoth and Gare be their names just backward. I don't think that there's any other placeholders that do that in the game. Not that I can think of it. It's pretty funny. I don't know where it was going. Let's see, when did we last so alright, we got one at 122. So we're about a minute away from the pop. I think you'll pop in about a minute, maybe a little less. And there he is, Rough Dragon.
Thank you.
No problem. Hopefully we can get this update and get over the half-base before he detox. It's sad if he's going to play Mojo. It's ought to be right under the tree. Okay. A long tree. It's alright. Alright, hopefully we'll make it before the half-base is despawned within good. That'd be good. A lot of players here. One's a 64 Gurge, which is its cool for sure. 30,000. Oh, interesting. Apparently I'm the mummies. Wow. Alright, Hypest is still up. Good news.
Should I pull the other guys down first, or what?
The other guys up there are going to be linked with him, but the ones down here, if you want to pull them, you can. It's up to you. We could just pull him. It would probably be okay. Chris plays it a little safer than I do.
I'm getting ready to pull him.
Alrighty. gotta get a little distance going in this circle. Like, nope, couldn't get it off. Sorry, couldn't get my AoE off. Gotta get some of the little guys down first. Out of the group.
Say when.
Do you know if they gathered up these folks as they went? Like if they got these guys over here? I'm not sure if they did or not. Alright, ready when you are.
I think we need to heal him.
We got a couple of them. Well, we got one of them at least, didn't we, just then? Yeah, one's dead. So we only have one more, and then the high priest left in that grid.
Okay.
If we focus on the one that's left and then go for the high priest, I think it'd be alright. We may die one more time, but then we'll get him. I think we may not die one more time, will you? We want to kill this. Oh no, he's one over there, so that's okay.
Ready?
Another little bit for res sickness to wear off. And then I'll be ready. Alright, ready.
So take out the small guy first.
Yeah.
Shaking the dust from
Alright, got him.
Thank you. I was afraid if I did a res, I'd be too far away.
Yeah, definitely. You did good. Alright, I think you should be ready for your update with tournaments again.
Yeah.
Awesome. That was really lucky for him to be up because it has taken hours for us to spawn in before. That's why I didn't want to give up on him, you know?
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Nightbloods says, "Oh no, the Goblins was my best friend." So that one is going to be the White Space full volume. You won't be able to do that with just the two of us for sure.
No, I don't think so.
No way. No.
Some guys named Assault just asked me if we just killed Velmar. I was like, yeah, sorry.
Man.
We definitely invited him to the group.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you for your help. What are you going to do now?
Oh, let's see. I don't really have any important things. Probably head over to Thunder. Well, either Thunder Steps or Nek Forest and hear up some updates there, possibly. Unless you've got something else.
No, I'm going to take and log off for a few minutes and just get out of the chair and sit.
I gotcha. That's a good idea.
Need to get up and move around for a little bit.
I gotcha. Yeah, I actually will have to take a break here in a little bit because it turns out I better Probably eat some lunch and do some other little things.
I have 4 hours of sitting to do tomorrow.
No bueno.
And it's not in a chair as comfortable as I'm in now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
My car seats, they're not that comfortable.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, it's not that they're worn or nothing. It's just the way that they have the padding rolled. It like sets my back off usually.
Right. I find that car seats are normally not made to, I think they're made for the average person probably, and that's not me. So
Yeah. I might as well just log here next to the spires where it's safe.
oh, there you go. All right. Well, it was good playing with you. I'm glad we were able to get you a couple of steps on that. Anyway.
Hey, thank you very much for the help. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I always start dinner in an hour.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm probably going to go to bed early tonight, so
Right, definitely.
I have to get up about 4:30. So
Yeah, that sounds miserable.
yeah.
Good luck.
I hate this time of month.
Yeah, sounds rough.
All right, I'll talk.
All right, have a good day. Well, I think what I may do is go check around at Gul'thex Citadel for the mystics out there, and then if they are there, then I'll kill what's there of them. But then I better get a little time off to do some eating and various errands. So that's the plan of the moment. My plans kind of form and reform as I go through my day in all ways. So, fortunately, I adapt to a changing environment pretty well.
Well met.
So I'm going to fly this way, and I'm going to jump along the path where it intersects with the other path, head north out to Gul'thex Citadel. Check on these mystics. That's the plan currently. Here comes this section now. So jump, and we go. I saw that there were some folks clearing stuff over there earlier when I was there, so it's possible that there's a pretty good distribution of recopped guys up there. You never know. There's that possibility. One on track from here. It's a good sign. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign right there. That is that other group who was here clearing them. They are still clearing them. They've done a grand job, and this is phenomenal. So, unfortunately for me, that means there's nothing here to get. They didn't get them all, but they got the vast majority of them. Pretty dang well. Nice. Well, alright. In that case, we gotta come over here and take a bit of a break. We'll be back later. Let me delay this ad so it's starting. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna take off and get some things done. I'll probably be back in around an hour. Hopefully I will see you all then. It's been a pleasure streaming with you guys. I just saw a mystic pop up though. I've got to go try to get it. I think it's over here. So, I will get him before then I'll let go. And your quest items. That's sad. Alright, well, even in that case, I will continue to log off and go get some things done. If you're not following me, be sure to follow me so that you can turn on notifications, find out when I go live. I'll be back and hope to see you then. Bye bye for now.